Some pain doesn't show on the outside, but it changes everything on the inside. For a long time, I tried to ignore it, to push through, to smile it away, but real strength is facing what scares you, even when the answers aren't always so clear. Oh, now I feel like crying because I'm scared. Hi, welcome to a brand new vlog. We have been married now for 313 days, and I don't know if you could tell by my voice, but I have been sick. Now let me give you a little update on what the last couple of days have been like. Remember how I went to the party, right? The day after that, and so that was a Thursday. And Friday, we were supposed to have like the most fun start to a long weekend. But instead, I was on the couch literally the entire day, sleeping, eating lots of soup, drinking lots of hot water, and really just trying to like catch myself and like come back to life. This morning, however, I really felt like, okay, we're back. Like I'm good. I still feel very congested and I'm not 100% there yet, but I felt good enough to, get myself back in order today. I did a lot of work this morning, just a lot of prepping work, because since Wednesday, when I was busy working and everything, I didn't really get to do a lot of work. And that's also the reason why I didn't upload on Sunday. So if you go back a couple of weeks ago and see that I didn't upload, it's because of that. I feel like I have so much to tell you about, but at the same time, it's not really important. But I just feel like because we didn't talk for those days, I need to, update you about them. So my husband actually took the Friday off so that he had a long weekend, and I feel so guilty because he had all these things that he wanted to do, but I was so just like flat on the couch that I didn't get to go with him. However, he had a really fun time going to the designer mall, and he actually ended up coming home with a Ninja, like Ninja, the brand, right? He bought like a 3-in-1 food processor. So we're going to play with that a little bit this week because I really want to try some like healthy smoothies that I could start to drink because it's almost summertime. We're very close to summer, and I feel like that's just a perfect way that I could try to get my like nutrients, get the nutrition up a little, because I'm starting to notice that, because I was really paying attention to what we've been eating the last couple of weeks, and I feel like I could do better. With that being said as well, tomorrow I actually have to go to the hospital because I am getting checked for my adenomyosis again. If you didn't know this, a couple of months ago, I think like 8 months ago, I actually got diagnosed with adenomyosis and fibroids. I tend to forget that I have fibroids. I don't really know why. It's just something that I don't know, I just seem to forget. Like, keep forgetting that every time it's like, oh yeah, I have adenomyosis. But then this past week we were talking about fibroids, and I was like, I have fibroids. I have 4. And for some reason, I just keep forgetting that I have them. I think it's probably because they're not as big, so they're not, to my knowledge, causing a lot of problems. So that's why it's like, I'm just pretending like they're not there. But my adenomyosis is like, I can't pretend I don't have it because my symptoms are just getting worse and worse and worse. So tomorrow I am hoping to get more answers on, did it actually get worse or are my symptoms just bad? And I'm hoping to start researching things a lot more. I really want to get my blood drawn and ask them if they can check my levels, check my iron. I feel like my iron is really low as well. And I also really want them to look into my hormones because I have absolutely no idea about that either. I also really want to get my fertility checked. I don't know if they will, because they usually say that you have to be trying for a year, and they're always just very dismissive when you make it a thing that you want to get that done. So I'm gonna just try my best and try to get that done. So hopefully we could start the process as well of checking my fertility, because I'm almost 30 and I feel like I want answers and I just want more information about my body that I really don't have. So yeah, we're having a really just, I guess, like relaxing at home, but also very, I don't want to call it an anxious week, but we are doing things that are sensitive and exciting, or exciting, anxious, because, you know, you never know what she's going to say tomorrow. And I just hope that she has like good news, or at least is open to giving me the research that I want done. So it's already like past 5 o'clock. I had a whole workday this morning. I'm actually still not done, but the kids are playing outside. They're so cute. I don't know if you can hear them, but they literally play outside like all afternoon. And it's really funny to me because I thought kids don't play outside anymore. But when you go into neighborhoods where they have kids, you'll realize like they really just do play outside. Like, yes, they probably also have phones, but at least in my neighborhood, I see them outside and they literally play outside for hours, which is just so nice. So if for any reason I'm still here when I have kids, my kids will probably also be able to play outside and well, maybe not necessarily play with them because they're a lot older and they'll probably be teenagers by that time. But just the idea that potentially they could be playing outside, that's always nice to think about, especially when I think about my childhood and how I was outside, you know. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to start cleaning up and start the process of just relaxing, trying to come back down, like especially mentally, because I feel very overwhelmed. And I also feel really nervous about tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to have a very like cozy, slow, soft night. Do a little nighttime routine, maybe even like a face mask or something just to calm myself down, because there's no need to be anxious. Whatever happens, happens. God is here to guide me through it, and I know that everything's gonna be okay. The fact that they're asking if I'm working is kind of crazy though. All date, all date, all date, all date, all date, all date. The question is if I ever felt or if I feel frustrated that the doctors don't have enough knowledge about adenomyosis or endometriosis. So yes, big yes with a bunch of takens. Oh, now I feel like crying because I'm scared. I'm in the office again. The lighting is not so good from that side, but it's a couple of hours later. It's now almost 8 o'clock already. Wow, kind of late. But I'm about to have a design meeting with my husband. I did have a bit of a breakdown earlier because I had to answer a questionnaire. I didn't even know how to do this. And while I was checking in, what happened, my love? While I was checking in for my appointment tomorrow at the hospital, I also saw that I had to fill in the questionnaire. And the questions were like, I don't know, it shocked me that I felt this emotional. Like, I didn't think that it was something that I was, like actively dealing with. I feel like I kind of pushed away my emotions, and they all just came out all at once. But I feel much better now. I got some time to just relax and kind of catch myself. And I know that I'm going to break down a couple more times, either tonight, tomorrow, after. the breakdowns happen. I'm a very like cutesy little crybaby, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm just very emotional, and yeah, that's just me. So now we're gonna have a little design meeting. We like to get together to figure out what we want the house to look like. As you probably know, we moved into our house about 7 months ago. So yeah, about a month after I found out that I have adenomyosis and fibroids, and we want to prioritize the closet because we really need more storage space. It was already the intention to do this. It's just that now we want to like really get into it. So I actually just took pictures of all the rooms, at least upstairs alone. I didn't take any pictures downstairs. So from upstairs, I took pictures of all the rooms, all the angles, so that I could start the design process and really start making like a folder and file. Because we have like our Pinterest board, we have figured out what we kind of want, in certain areas. However, we haven't made like very strict and like this is what I want type of ideas or choices. So we're gonna do that now, and then after that we're just gonna relax and have some dinner and yeah, have a good time. So I feel like this is definitely going to like thing my spirits back up, because this is like fun stuff.
Push it here. Then we have the shelf will be here. Yeah. And the new tasha will start from here.
A pen?
And pencil.
Oh, okay, that's fine. It is almost 10 o'clock in the morning, and we have been married now for 314 days, and we're about to go to hospital. Am I nervous? Yes, very much so. I just need to find my ring. I took it off last night. There she is. Okay, let's go. We're driving to the hospital right now. A little update on my feelings. The reason why I'm doing this is because the last couple of times that we went to the hospital and had like the research done, I didn't really document my feelings because I was so in my head. So instead of being in my head, I thought I would just, express my feelings, and then I don't know, maybe it'll help someone. So I'm actually not sure what the procedure is that I'm going to get done. It's not a procedure, that's for sure, because I feel like they would have told me if that's what I was going to do. It's more of, I guess, like another checkup, check my womb, check to see if the adenomyosis got worse, probably measure the fibroid, see if that got worse. I don't know if they're going to check anything else, because my symptoms of that have gotten a lot worse are nausea. I have really bad like hip and leg pain, more like thigh pain, and it goes like down to my knees. And then I also have really bad back pain. So I will voice that today, at least for the first appointment, because I have 2 appointments. So I'll voice that, and then maybe they'll check something to do with that. I'm not really sure what they're going to do. Yeah, that's kind of what's happening. Last time that we went, I think I'm going to have the same gynecologist, which I do hope I have her, because I really enjoyed the way that she was speaking to us. I find that when she was, I guess, like trying to explain, what is the possibility, which she only gave me 2 options, which not options. Well, actually, did she give me 2 options? Well, yeah, she gave me 2 options. One of them was you just live with the pain and you just deal with it. And the second one was we take out your uterus. And that's basically not an option for me at the moment. I would like her to know more, like be more educated, which is also something that frustrated me yesterday when I was filling in the questionnaire, because they did have a question asking, do you feel frustrated that the doctors don't have a lot of information? And yes, I do feel frustrated, very much so. I would love for her to just know more about the disease. You know, you're a gynecologist. I feel like you should, you know, continue studying while you're working. That's kind of a lot to ask of a person, maybe. But I just feel like she needs to know more, because even when I asked about the stages, I don't know if you remember this, I did tell you about it when, like, during the last visit, when I asked about the stages, like, what stage am I in? She said, oh, no, we don't work with stages, which made no sense to me. So I hope that maybe now they do work with stages after, how long has it been, like 5 months since we went?
I don't think that they want instantly, they will just surprisingly start working with stages.
No, you never know. Maybe,
yeah,
you know.
I don't think that that's how it works, because it's more of their fundamental beliefs around the disease.
You think so?
Yes.
I thought it was more of the unknown, like they just didn't know.
Yeah,
you know?
It's the foundation of how they approach the disease, and I don't think that they're reinventing the wheel, so to speak. I
Yeah, I
all
guess
of a sudden now they're starting to use the stages.
The stages, yeah.
I don't think they're starting to use the stages not to diagnose or to monitor what phase you are in at that moment. I think that they have to go through a revamping of their system, and I don't think you can do that in 5 months.
Yeah, I understand that. I just wish that they would. Like, if someone asks you about it and you say, oh, I've never thought about that, we don't do that here. Go to your colleagues and be like, hey, this patient of mine just asked about stages. Why don't we have stages? Or maybe we should have stages. Or do you know about stages? Is that something that you talk to your clients about or patients about? You know what I mean? So that you could start to think about those things, because, like, how far along is this? Because it's a progressive disease and it's only going to get worse. So I need to know at what scale of the worst I am, you know?
I mean, that's bad enough. It's bad enough that it is a progressive disease and much isn't known.
Yeah.
If it was a handful of people that had the disease, because there's a lot of disease that is not, you don't know a lot about it, but a handful of people have it. So you don't have the resources, or there isn't the demand to do it.
Yeah.
But an alarming amount of people have it. So you would think that they would put a little bit more effort and resources into dissecting and analyzing and researching the disease.
Yeah. That's how I feel about it too. Yeah. I don't feel last time that we went, I feel like I felt extremely anxious. Like, I was literally like shaking my legs sitting here driving to the hospital, and maybe it's because I'm talking to you that I don't like get to feel that way. But I feel all right. I think that it's gonna be okay.
Everything is gonna be all right.
Oh, also, I did want to tell you real quick, because last time that we went to that gynecologist at the hospital, my husband wasn't really interjecting or, you know, like trying to like overstep. Is overstep the right word? Yeah, like overstep and like just leave me to it. I would want to say that from now on, I am perfectly fine with you, you know, like asking questions or like saying things, because sometimes I don't even think about certain things, you know, and maybe you do. So I feel like even though you're not a woman, you are my husband. You are my husband. And even though it's my body, it's also about, you know?
It's also my body.
Not that it's also your body, but like it's also your body. You know what I mean? In the sense of like, it's also about the, you know, wanting us to have kids and those type of things. And the kids part is also you. You know?
Technically speaking, leave and cleave and they shall become one flesh.
Yeah, so
one
technically
flesh,
you're taking care of your body. Yeah, so exactly.
That's what there's more to that.
Your flesh. Yeah.
Dreams to it also being my body, and my body being your body.
Yeah.
That's what it's
So just so you know, you should, you know, feel comfortable to also ask and say, you know?
Not my body.
Yeah, the treaty was really cool to see.
It was. I just don't know what I was looking at.
No, me neither. Even when you say like, oh look, this is your follicle, I had to see like one little thingy there.
Mm-hmm.
You see it too? It was like kind of like round, and then it was like one thing, Hasina, in the middle. You didn't see it?
You mean when she said it's egg?
No, she said it's a follicle. No, not the egg had looked big.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm
talking
talking about the
follicle.
3D scan when there was like a hole like this. Next time we will ask if we could film it because I need to be able to like look back and
Yeah.
But it was like this, and then inside here, like in the middle, it had like one little pointy thing out. You think the pointy thing out was the?
I have no idea.
Oh.
To be honest, I don't even know what you're referring to.
No, it's not gonna keep it. You're not funny. Okay, taking so long. How do you feel?
However you feel.
You feel however I feel? No, you should tell me how you feel.
If you feel like it's doing good, I feel like doing good.
Okay. I feel like it's good. I hope you also feel like it's good. We just finished at the hospital, and it seems like my adenomyosis did not get worse, which I'm so grateful for. We still don't have any answers as to why my symptoms are so bad, so that is something that we still need to look into and figure out. In a couple of months, I have another appointment. I don't know exactly yet what day, but I know like time frame, because they saw some type of liquid something in my ovaries. Was it ovaries?
But they also said that it could be that it is between the diamond.
Yeah, they also said that it could be between my intestines. Okay, my intestines and my uterus. Was it intestines and uterus or intestines and ovaries?
I'm not sure. But
Maybe we should have write that down. Actually, I could just check online and then they'll have like all the notes that she made. So she's going to check that again. What I also really enjoyed, we went to the exact same doctor that we had the last time. She's just so nice. I don't know how to explain how nice she is. She's just so nice, and she makes you feel so comfortable. And I don't know, love her. It's just that the possibility of the liquid being possibly in my ovaries, that might be something that we need to really look into and start researching and start having procedures for. So in a couple of months, we will look into that to see like if anything changes. Like you have to give the body the chance to, like probably like adjust itself or like see what the body does if it's still there. So then we're going to look into that, and hopefully that will not be an issue around that time. Oh, I thought this was so funny. She actually printed out the pictures of my uterus, and apparently I have to ovulate either tomorrow or the day after that, and I'm expected to, and my app also says that, by the way. She printed them out, which I don't really know why she printed them out for herself, because it was very much giving that it was for herself. And I asked her, I was like, is this for me or no, I was more like, can I have this or is this for you?
You needed to ask them.
I did.
Yes.
I asked, can I have this or is it for you?
You asked, is that my own? So you asked, if that is from you. You say,
oh no, that's not what I meant though.
But that's what you said.
Oh,
is
no.
That yours? So is it from you?
When I said, is this mine? I meant like, is the paper mine? Like, you print this out for me? Not if this is my uterus, because I know it's my uterus. I know what my uterus look like. I saw it in black and white, 3D, everything. Oh, also, I didn't explain that. She was looking at them in black and white, but also in 3D, which was really cool to see my uterus in 3D. Which makes me wonder, do they also do 3D with the babies just in the hospital? I thought you had to go to like the special people to do the 3D. Huh. Interesting.
Probably the 4D would have to do the special location.
Probably the 4D. Anyways, if you know, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've had the 3D scan or 4D scan. Would love to know more information about that. Have a little lunch. My husband made it for us. It's potatoes with cucumber and shawarma chicken and a ranch sauce, ranch avocado sauce, and it's healthy. Good for the adenomyosis. That's probably why it didn't grow, you know. All your healthy meals are, you know, keeping me healthy.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. So, oh, you're very low. I think we're good. I have a lot of work to do, so I am gonna do that. But before I start with work, let me show you my little ultrasound with no baby in it. Just so you know, okay? Don't get too excited. This is what I got. It's my uterus. I should ask next time, and that's definitely what I'm gonna do as well, because like I was saying, right, she had this printed out on like next to her, and then she was busy typing and giving like putting in all the notes in like my thing, you understand what I'm trying to say. And then that's when I asked if I could go home with it, and she was like, yeah, sure, like here you go, because I actually wasn't sure if it was for me or if it was for her, but she wasn't really like giving it to me right away, so I just asked, because you could ask and she could say no, or she could just give it to you, like here. So next time, seeing that she clearly could give it to me, I'm gonna ask for a picture of my adenomyosis so I can show you what it looks like on the scan. I saw it today again, by the way, but she did say that it didn't get worse, so I am really grateful about that. I had a chance to kind of catch myself again and really just marinate on the information that I got today, and it is a little, like, she did say, like, no, she didn't say it, that it's something to worry about with the water or the liquid, but the fact that she was like, we are gonna, look into this. If next time I see it again, we are like doing like some type of procedure. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm just gonna pray it away, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I could pray it away. God could do anything, so he might as well get rid of the liquid. But if it's still there, then that's something to deal with in a couple of months. I'm just really grateful and happy that my adenomyosis isn't looking worse. Like physically, I did see all the dots. So basically, the way I can explain it from my experience, I'm not sure if this is actually what it is. I'm really just talking about what I saw and what I think, okay? Every single time that I saw my uterus, the last like 8 months, when they talked about adenomyosis and showed it to me, there were like black dots inside my uterus. And that's basically what do people say? Because some people, I actually see that online as well, because I'm in a bunch of different support groups on Facebook, and they actually talk about the fact that they can't like scan or just go to like an echo and see their adenomyosis. Like the doctor says you have to get like an MRI, or you have to they call it a kijkoperatie in Dutch. I'm not sure what it's called in English. Captions, you know how it goes. But for some reason, they could easily see my adenomyosis like with the echo. I don't know why. She also said that she could see next to like the things that are like around my uterus very clearly, which she thinks, or she said, indicates that I don't have endometriosis growing outside of my uterus. To my understanding, adenomyosis is endometrial lining growing inside my uterine lining wall, inside the wall, but it's also possible for the endometrial lining to grow inside the uterus, and it's also possible for it to grow outside of the uterus, and outside of the uterus is endometriosis. And she said that that is something that she doesn't see, so it's probably something I don't have to worry about, which is absolutely great. I did think that there was a big chance that I would also have endometriosis, but the fact that I don't is absolutely great news. But of course, maybe one day we'll actually, be able to look and look inside my uterus, but for now it's nothing to worry about, so it's nothing that I have to even like pay attention to right now. But I do, of course, for myself at least, I am going to pay attention to, you know, how my body is acting. I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep making sure that I eat my anti-inflammatory diet. Like you just saw what I was having. Like my husband had like cheese on his and like yogurt and all of these things, like Greek yogurt. And I didn't put that on mine because that's not good for my adenomyosis. And I feel like the fact that it didn't get worse, the way that I've been eating the last couple of months, maybe that's what is helping. And I definitely want to continue doing that, but I also really want to just get better at it consistently. What I've been doing a lot, I know I'm talking a lot in this vlog, I hope you don't mind, but what I've been doing is like in my cycle, I'll eat really healthy in my follicular phase, my ovulation, and my luteal phase. Menstrual phase. My luteal phase is when I eat the worst. Yeah, I would say that. That's when I eat the worst. Like I feel very peckish. I want chips. I want cookies. I want not really a lot of sweets. More sweet stuff. Like maybe I'll want like an ice cream here or there. Not as much. But that is when like is the worst. So 3 weeks out of the 4. I'm also very regular, by the way. Aw, she's so sweet. My cousin-in-law's girl, she's my cousin, right? She just messaged me, I guess, to find out how things went today. So yeah, because I'm regular, I know exactly when my period comes, everything. 3 weeks out of the 4, I am like fine. I eat very healthy meals. I eat pretty healthy meals. I said very, but let's just say pretty, because sometimes here and there it's maybe not as healthy. But I feel like I have a good balance when it comes to those 3 weeks. That 1 week, however, luteal phase, not as good yet. But just the fact that the balance that I have now already isn't making it worse makes me feel like, okay, I'm on the right track, right? I think what I mean to say is like I'm gonna turn it up a notch. Not too much, just a little bit, so that I could start to really incorporate it more into my lifestyle. Because remember how I was talking about my husband buying the Ninja? So I want to work on smoothies. It's summer. I feel like a little like nice cold drink, even though cold is not good for the uterus at all. Okay, I haven't decided what I'm doing with that one, but smoothies for sure. I want to look up easier meal prep lunches, because I haven't really been doing sugary breakfast or lunch, and that might be something that's like helping. I'm not sure if it's helping, but you know, it might be something. So I definitely want to continue doing that, and that means that I just need to prep a little bit better, because I feel like I need more like nutrition. That is something that I feel like I could really work on. Like more vegetables, more fiber, more iron. Oh, I am sure my iron is so low. Also, I completely forgot to tell you that today is actually our 2-year anniversary proposal. We're not really celebrating it or anything, but 2 years ago on this day, my husband proposed to me. And remember the story about how I thought he was proposing to me in Marrakesh and then he didn't? Well, also if you don't know him, check out this vlog right there. I yapped all about the story. But yeah, I'm gonna make a short little video with random clips from Marrakesh and then put the is he proposing or, and then cut it to oh, he proposed a month later, or I can't even remember. You see, terrible memory. Or weeks. Should I put weeks? Months sounds like more. If I put months, it'll feel more. I don't know. I'm gonna go work on that real quick, and then I'm gonna edit a vlog, and then I'm gonna clean up the kitchen. I just have to wash the dishes. My husband is cooking tonight, so I don't have to do that, which is great. But then I do want to make sure that the kitchen is spotless for him to be able to cook and have like his zen moment. And then I was supposed to have a meeting later, but I don't have to do that, which is absolutely great because I still feel super congested and there's like a lot going on. So what I'm thinking is I get this done, I wash the dishes, enjoy it with a little YouTube, and then go upstairs. Even though it's gonna be really early, I think it's gonna be like 7 o'clock when I'm done. Go upstairs, jump in the shower, get cozy, a little face mask, relax, and come lay on the couch and watch TV. Yeah, but it smells nice though. This is a small one. We have to make sure this is the right one.
Ren, we are still inside the house.
It's almost 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Usually, 12 o'clock is my time to sit down, relax, and have breakfast. And I usually relax for like an hour. I think I should still do my moisturizer. I was gonna not do it, but I think I should still do it. Usually that's what I do. However, I have made a last minute appointment to get my passport situated. Remember 2 weeks ago when we went to take the picture? And I'll have to go and do that whole situation. So I'm quickly gonna go. The appointment, thank goodness. Ooh, it's a bun a little weird. It's like down. It needs to be like more like this. Whatever. The appointment is like 10 minutes, so that's great. But it's raining outside, like pouring rain. And it's gloomy, so I thought, you know what, I'm putting on sweats. I know this is not the lifestyle that I want to have. Like, preferably, I would want to dress up nice everywhere I go. However, when the weather looks like this, all I care for is cozy. And it's actually not even like cold today. It's like 19 degrees, but it's raining. Like, it's practically Christmas. At least that's how I feel. I went back and watched, oh, wait a minute. Where did I put that thing? This is the bag that I had that day. But where did I put the pictures? Not me having an appointment in like an hour and then I can't find my pictures. Oh, okay. I'll put them in here. What was I saying again? This is why I think I have a little bit of ADHD. Now everything's just gone. I don't even remember what I was talking about. What bag am I going to go with? I want to just be comfortable. I think going with that bag is not going to work. The thing is, it's raining. Okay. This is what I need. Like I was saying, I would prefer to be able to dress a certain kind of way. And I hope that one day I will get there. I just kind of feel like this weather is just not, and I have to walk. I mean, I could also take my bike, but I'm choosing to walk because I feel like if I walk there for 30 minutes and then walk back home for 30 minutes, then I did an hour walk, which is good for my body. Because every single day, not every single day, but almost every single day, whenever I'm home, I'm literally just sitting behind my computer and I'm working. So unless I go to the gym, I'm not moving my body. Now I have an opportunity to move my body, and that's exactly what I should be doing. I should put on another perfume as well. I think we're gonna go for Lancome Idole today. This is what it looks like. Mine is personalized with my new initials, which is also going to be on my passport, which is crazy. Actually, if I didn't have to change my passport, I was just not even changing my name. Like, I mean, not that I wasn't changing my name. My name is already changed in the system, and everywhere that I go, I have a different name. But in my passport, I wasn't paying for a new passport. I'm sorry. These things are so expensive, and for what? I mean, okay, I know for what, but they're expensive. I wasn't gonna change it just for changing its sake, but now that I have to because it's expiring, now I'm gonna change it. And now it's gonna have my new last name in it, which is kind of crazy. I should take a picture of her because they're gonna poke a hole in it, aren't they? So they'll still give it back to you, which is great. Oh, I was so young. I remember when I went to take this picture, I was still living in Rotterdam at that time, and I went to go take this picture. I was like, oh, I need to go take a passport picture. Like, how do you do that? I was 18. Or was I 19? I probably had just turned 19 then. Yeah, I just turned 19 at that point. So I was living in the Netherlands for like almost a year. Different times. So much can change in 10 years. In 10 years, I went from living at my parents' house, moving to the Netherlands by myself, no friends, no family. Well, I had family here and there, but I didn't really know them. And then moved back to Aruba for a year, came back because I wasn't doing Aruba. Like I was like, no, I need to be back. I need to make something out of my life. So I came back, moved to Eindhoven instead of Rotterdam, which the only reason why I moved to Rotterdam is because Rotterdam is all that I knew. Because when I was younger, side story, when I was younger, I actually lived in Rotterdam for a couple of years and then moved back to Aruba. Long story, let me know if you want to know all about it. I'll tell you another day. But moved to Eindhoven then, started a study that was something completely different because I thought that's what I needed to be doing. Moved into this really nice house. The house was so pretty, and then had to leave the house because it got too expensive. It was already expensive, but then it was getting even more expensive and I couldn't afford that. And then moved into a tiny little room with lots of spiders and a whole bunch of people. Then to find the last apartment where I was at, in between that time, be with my, at that time, boyfriend, that's not my husband, and do life together, figure out life together, for us to then live primarily at his place in Tilburg, for us to then get engaged. Oh, Corona happened in the meantime. And then to get engaged, be engaged, plan a wedding, get married, come back to the Netherlands, think life is like about to be extravagant and grand because I'm gonna have a job, you have a job, like woo. Don't have a job, to then move into a new house. Actually no, this is how it went. We moved into, or signed a contract for a new house, and then lose my job the second that we signed a contract, as if that job was just there so that we could get this house. Crazy. Which I genuinely believe it was. And then move into this house, and now we're here. All of that happened in a time span of 10 years. And there's a lot more that happened in that time span, but we don't have time to, go down a rabbit hole. But so much has happened in a time span of a year. I mean 10 years. To think what could happen in 10 years from now when I'm going to change my passport again. Like I might have kids. Multiple. I hope so. We could be back in Aruba, like living on Aruba. Having a mansion. I mean, not a mansion, but like a nice sizely house. Like that's what I would like. I could also be living in my childhood home and have bought it from my parents, which is actually my goal. But that's also a possibility. And then maybe add on to the house so that it could be, I mean, the house is already sizey. I don't think I need to add on to the house. If I do that, then that's just greed. It's really not a necessity. Even though I feel like we could use an extra bedroom so that, yeah. Anyways, I'm going on a tangent. I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna put on my sneakers. Actually, my sneakers are up here. And then we're gonna leave, get this passport thing situated, and then we're gonna come back home because I have a lot of filming work to do. Okay. That was such a nice walk. I I want to see how many steps I took, because yesterday the steps were just really not good at all. I mean, for the most part, even when we were at the hospital, we were sitting down, so I didn't expect for it to be a lot, but it was not enough at all. Oh, see, that's not bad. I did 4,882 steps in the time span of about an hour. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm still a little congested. I can't wait for that to be done. Like, I'm so over being sick. But yesterday I actually took 2,348 steps in total, which I feel like is terrible. So I want to start incorporating more walks into my routine, into just my day actually. I feel like very like on topic, because I also want to talk about this. This morning I actually opened up my devotional, and it was about, wait, let me take it. It was, I don't like to be wrong. What happens when nothing happens? And perfect timing, perfect timing, because I have been really, I don't want to say struggling, but I have been struggling with the fact that I feel like I'm putting in work, but there's nothing coming out yet of the work that I'm putting in. Like, I'm not seeing the fruits of my labor. I know we've talked about fruits of my labor before, but I like, what's going on? Like, am I doing the right thing? Am I hearing you correctly, Lord? Like, I don't know if I'm doing it right. And I just love that this devotional was about that. It was basically about when we are doing anything, we want to see the results. So she says, when we are young, we want to be adults. When we go to college, we want to get a job. When we are professionals, we long for the promotion that never seems to come. When you're single, you want a husband, the house, the kids, and the dog. And when you can't conceive, we look for solution offered by science. So IVF and those type of things. When I find reasons to worry because I'm not where I would like to be, it's time to remember that God knows exactly the plans He has for me. What we know is like a drop of water. What we don't know is the ocean. In turn, He has a full view. God wants to slowly cultivate our character. Emphasis on slowly. Developing our patience, faith, and hope. The part we are called to do, and the key to not despairing, is to surrender to Him completely. And I feel like it's something that I know, like factually, I know that's what I need to do. I'm just not doing it fully. Like, I'm half, like, or let's say it like this, not even half. One day I feel like I'm doing it so well, like I'm leaving it up to God, let God be God. Remember when we read Let God Be God? That was 2 vlogs ago. And I just feel like I'm like trying to rush, like the patience is running out, and I don't want the patience to run out. I don't want to feel like that, okay, what's the next thing, what's the next thing, what's the next thing? But I'm human, and I'm feeling what's the next thing, what's the next thing. And then when I went on my walk, I was listening to a podcast. Oh, I actually did 5,000 steps. It just updated. 5,003 steps. Amazing. I love that. I should do my hour walk more often. I don't know where I'm going to find the time. I have to make the time. The podcast that I was listening to, or it's actually more, is it a podcast or is it a show? I think it's more a show that you could also listen to as a podcast, probably. Yeah, you can. You can listen to it on Apple Podcasts. It's called The Magnify Conversations, and this one specifically is about when passion doesn't pay the bills. I gravitated towards it. It's where I am right now, right? And my passion right now that I am working on right now and working on very hard every single day is not paying the bills. So I thought it was a very interesting like topic to learn more about. I'm gonna link it below so that you can watch it if you want to. But a very interesting part that she was talking about David, which funny, we didn't talk about this. Remember how I talked about Bible Bowl? Bible Bowl was amazing. It was so much fun. However, remember how I was sick? I didn't vlog it. But it was really fun. If you don't know, Bible Bowl was actually about the story of David when he was getting anointed. And I've been seeing it everywhere. It could be that I'm just paying more attention to it. But she also talked about it, and that's the part I want to let you hear. So she basically says this.
And it's like all of these things that I built up, all the experience, the knowledge, the content creation, that's what's actually set me up for this. And so many of us see the last things that we did as a failure when actually it could have been a setup. Like it could have been the best place, the best ground for you to learn and like really do the hard work. It's like that scene in The Karate Kid where Jaden Smith keeps having to pick up the coat from the floor. It's like, what has this got to do with karate? But once you then put yourself in that arena, you realize exactly that the muscles that you've been training were necessary for this season. And so God is training you in something. Don't despise these days of small beginnings. Don't despise this training ground because you actually don't know what you're going to fight. You know, it's like David, lions, bears, and then Goliath, you know? And he must have been thinking, God, stop sending these animals. Like, I'm just trying to tend to these sheep. And it's like, yeah, but it's sheep today. It's people in 10 years, you know? It's a nation in 10 years. And so, yeah, don't despise that. Yeah, there was some...
Remember the 10 years we were talking about? I'm not saying, but you never know. So I just feel like with me asking God for, like, what am I supposed to do? Am I doing the right thing? Like, what should I focus on? Because it's also something that I was asking him yesterday. Like, like, what do I need to focus on? Because nothing's working. I mean, let me not say that. It's not that nothing's working. It's just that I'm not really seeing the things that I feel like I should be seeing, right? So getting to hear this now after reading this devotional today, it just made it, I knew already that I'm getting prepared, I'm getting pruned, I know, but it's a nice reminder, right? So maybe you needed this reminder today, and I hope that this somehow helps you with your life. It's definitely something that I'm going to try to remind myself. And worst case scenario, I'll just rewatch this and get a little reminder myself. You ever have those mornings when everything just falls into place? Okay. I am ready to start filming. I'm actually going to do things a little bit different. We're switching it up. Actually, we're gonna do things a little bit old. We're gonna do what we used to do, and that is film with my camera for short form. I'm feeling like what I'm posting right now is just not that it's not giving what it's supposed to give. I feel like they're very just casual, cute. Remember we talked about trying to casual? I don't really feel like it's working. Oh, see? I just got a follower after like days of my follower count being stagnant. It was dropping, going up a little, dropping, going up a little. Oh, I missed the 88. Oh, I got 2 followers. You see? Yeah, I think we should do quality. It's giving that the phone is too low quality, like too casual, not interesting enough to stick around. I don't know. Trial and error. We're trying everything, see what works, see what sticks. And if this doesn't work, then we just need to think of more options and try new things. I think when it comes to buying my child at home, aka reviving my Instagram series, Day in the Dream Life, which, did I tell you about that? That we're not doing unemployed anymore? I feel like we've talked about that. But if we haven't, I've decided to change it up. I'm not labeling myself as unemployed anymore. I mean, I know I am. I just refuse to label myself as unemployed. I'm living my dream life, and well, I'm going to almost live my dream life. I'm in the process of living my dream life, which is why, dream life. So yeah, I don't know. I've just decided I'm not labeling myself as unemployed anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I just wrote out a couple of videos that I want to film today. I'm batch filming, and it's going to be very makeup focused because the makeup focused videos seem to be working. So we're just gonna try something out. We're going to be posting more makeup videos and see how that does. Show more products, share more product, and actually start to treat this like a business. I would prefer not to have to throw product down your throat every single time, like constantly be talking about products, But I also have to be realistic and realize that this is the world that we live in where overconsumption is a thing. And if I don't talk about products, people will probably not find me, or maybe they won't even like my content. So for sure, like how we've been doing it, right? Our relationship, how we've had it for the last 21 weeks, I feel like we're for sure, like I'm not throwing product down your throat. Like we're just keeping it same. You know, we talk about God, we talk about what's happening in life, we talk about feelings, a little therapy, and then here and there, you know, we go shopping, and then we talk about some products, right? Very balanced. At least I hope it's coming over balanced, because that's exactly how my life is and how I also want it to translate on YouTube. But then when it comes to short form, I need to be a little bit more business minded, and I need to focus a little bit more on sharing products so that I can actually start to make money and do this for a living. So whenever, or not whenever, but here and there in between the very personal content, I also need to have more product-based content. So that's what we're doing today, focusing on that, filming that, and hopefully I'll be happy with the results and we could keep it pushing. Okay, first things first, we're gonna go find the products that I want to use. I'm thinking about filming this video as well. The sun isn't out today though. Wait, I have to sit on the floor. As you know, it's very gloomy, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to use this one. I have an idea for this that's more like high quality style, like more creative and not just regular short form basically. I wanted to do like a bronzy style look. Okay, what is smartest? All of these eyeshadow palettes that I have that are ColourPop, I don't even think they sell them anymore. So it's kind of unhandy to use this and recommend this, right? And people can't buy it, you know? Which is why I'm thinking about it. I don't even know if Huda Beauty sells their big eyeshadow palettes still. Does she? I don't know. I should check that out. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna use this palette. This is one of my favorite palettes, by the way, from ColourPop. Lust for Dusk. Stunning, right? Oh, it doesn't really have a bronze color that I want in it. Girl, let me figure this out. When I tell you batch create, I was serious. So this is one video. This will be pink lips for Shade Twins. Red lips for Shade Twins. I was thinking I'll only do 4. I feel like 4 is already maybe too much, but variety, but then not too much, you know? And then lip liners video. Yeah, lip liners video. A lip combo video, because love a lip combo. So this will be a lip combo video. This is for eyeshadow, or not eyeshadow, full face video. Then I'm gonna try to figure out which foundation I am currently matching with, because my foundations are all the way off. I keep noticing it like every single time I do my makeup. Very annoying, very frustrating, very tiring. However, something to figure out. So I'm just going to swatch all of the shades on my face. This actually needs to go to full face. And then this is for natural lip gloss video. This also needs to go here. And then this needs to go here, but it's actually a separate video because I'm going to try this one out and have it be kind of like trying out this very like intimidating shade type of video. And then I was thinking to do this eyeshadow palette instead of the other one. Not really sure yet. We're gonna see. And yeah, so we're filming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This needs to go here. 6, 7, 8 videos today. Potentially 9. I don't think so. I'm already seeing how it's gonna go. We're not doing 9. This is how I have been filming for the last hour, I want to say. It's actually a lot later already. I had to go downstairs. It's 7 o'clock. That was a very late reaction. 7 o'clock. I had to go downstairs for a second. When, like, after I set up everything, I was like, I feel so tired, so drained. The fatigue was
out of this world. I'm noticing that it's getting worse and worse and worse. So it's something I have to pay attention to. And maybe you don't have to do too much in one day. Gotta pay attention to that. But anyways, once I had something to eat, I relaxed. I tried to, you know, like who's on my mind. And then I came upstairs and I started to film. I filmed 3 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was that all the videos I had to film? Out of the 9 videos? Or out of the 8? Oh yeah, it was the other things that I didn't. Anyways, doesn't matter. As you can see, I have my microphone here. I didn't actually, I mean, I used it for one part of the video that I don't even know if I'm going to use. But the reason why I actually wanted to, oh, I have to take a picture before I move on to the next video. But I told my husband, because when I was calling him about 2 hours ago, I had around, or no, actually more around an hour ago, I had around 7,000 videos on a video that I posted yesterday. Remember I told you the Marrakesh one and the proposal and not happening? Well, right now it's 7 o'clock. I didn't refresh my screen yet, but it has 9,986 views, which is great. Which is amazing. I gained some followers as well, which is even better. I know earlier I was saying that the video was doing well, but the view, like the comments, and I don't think I said the comments, but the comments and the follower count wasn't growing. So this is like the kind of viral that I don't want to go, when a video does really well but people are not interested in what I have to say or what I'm showing in other videos, or not like majority of them. So what I want to definitely pay attention to is try not to do trends as much and really focus on creating more of my own style of content, because what I really want is that people follow for what I'm posting and not follow me because of just a trend. I mean this in like a very like non-complainy way. I literally just mean that what I desire is to have a community, and trends, I don't really think build community. So it's something I'm noticing right now. And I think that when I refresh this, which is what I told my husband once I'm done doing my makeup, see, that went really fast. It's at 10.2. That went really fast. It was just at 9,000, remember? 9,900. Actually, really insane how fast this goes. What I just desire now is, yeah, wow, really good. Yay. And fun that the video is doing really well in a time span of 24 hours. However, what I desire is this traction for a video that I put like my heart and soul into, that shows more personality, has value, shows a little bit about my life, so that people feel like, hey, this is fun, I want to follow, you know? So I'm gonna go downstairs real quick and I'm gonna tell my husband that we made it to 10,000 views, and then I'm also gonna drink something because I'm thirsty, and then I'm gonna come back upstairs and finish off on those videos. I'm not really sure how I feel about it because it's so like gloomy and gray, and sometimes the sun comes out. Like for the full face one that I was filming, the sun came out every single time I needed it to, which was amazing. Like that was all God's work, of course. So but then for the first video, the sun didn't come out. But I do think that video will still be a good video. And I guess it kind of gives off the vibe that it's like different things happening. So that's also really good. I'm gonna go downstairs. How do you like the quality of the microphone? I used to actually use the microphone in my vlogs, like this exact microphone, and I used to see such a big difference. However, to walk around with this everywhere I go, I don't have it in me. I really don't have it in me. So I really want to get a small good mic, like the one I have that I used like at the beginning of this vlog. That one is just like a cheap something that I bought off of AliExpress. And I really want to get a good quality one. Because remember last week when we were at the creator event thingy, the microphones that I tried there, so good. This is also a Rode mic, by the way. This is Rode, and the one that I tried out was also Rode. But this one is just too big. Like this is the mic I used to use for my sit down videos. I would be like this. Wait 1 second. I would literally be like this. And then sometimes I would put it right under me like this, so that you wouldn't be, can you see it now? Probably, yeah. I don't have my glasses on, I can't see. But I will put it like this so that you can't see. Or what I would also do, especially for my makeup tutorials back in the like beginning of getting this stand, I would have this all the way like screwed out, and then it would be like on top here, and the microphone would be right here above like the viewfinder, so that you won't be able to see it, but I could make sure that the audio was really nice. So good times. I don't think I'll ever go back to filming YouTube makeup tutorials like I used to. I feel like that era is just, it's just not there anymore, you know? And I also feel like when it comes to my makeup products, I don't have what I need to film those videos either, because I keep using the same makeup over and over and over again. I did a video, I'm talking so much, I need to stop talking, but I want to say one last thing, okay? I filmed my first video, all the different shades, and like clearly, like after swatching them, I was like, oh, okay, these are so off. I need to go on the hunt for my summer foundation, because I need a better foundation. I can't do that. I just finished filming day, and I am very proud of what I was able to do. If it all turned out all right, that is another question. This weekend we are going to have so much fun together. Also, my lips are so dry right now. Ooh. They're very dry right now because all the pulling and tugging. But I have talked to you for a very long time today, so I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna open my phone in a little bit to see how many views the video got now. I just want to say this though, because I'm not sure how it came off. I did not mean it in a complainy, like ungrateful kind of way whatsoever, that the video is a trending video that went viral, or viral, the old term of viral. I remember like back in the day when you had 10,000 views, that was like a viral video. Nowadays that's not viral anymore. But anyways, I feel like I'm showing my age. So yeah, I want to go downstairs and actually see with my husband how well the video did. I am really happy that the video is doing well. I just now want to figure out what can I do to make the videos that I make from the heart and my mind and my own creativity, right? How can I make those videos perform just as good as trending videos? I hope that translated, because that's what I mean. Anyways, let me go downstairs, and then after I'm gonna come back upstairs and I'm gonna take my makeup off, relax, take a nice warm shower. I'm not washing my hair yet because tomorrow morning we're actually gonna go to the gym, and I feel like that is just too much of a hassle, so I'm really just gonna put my hair in a bun tomorrow to go to the gym. And yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna relax. Not relax, no, I have to edit all the videos that I worked on today and put everything ready for the long weekend that I'm gonna have. Anyways, next week when you'll see me, it'll be Friday, and then we'll kick off wedding / exciting weekend / very relaxing times as well. My baby! Oh, it's nice and light over here. Are you sleeping? Hi. This reminds me of when we was in Eindhoven. What happened to you? They say to me like that. I want you to see my video. So remember I was saying that after I finish filming, the video will probably have 10,000 views? Mm-hmm. Look. You see it here?
10,000.
Yeah, and that's without refresh, and now I'm going to refresh it. 11! When you're making choices that actually complement the dreams you're trying to chase, it's really exciting. It just reminds you that if you keep going, you'll only get closer and closer until you reach your goals. See you next time.